In a world torn apart by the Cold War, as superpowers wrestled for global dominance, one nation in southern Africa became the heart of a worldwide struggle. This wasn't just about race, it was about power, ideology, and survival. And at the center of this storm was a man locked away for 27 years, Nelson Mandela. How did a political prisoner topple one of the most brutal regimes in modern history? Let's find out. The story begins in 1948, when South Africa's government officially launched apartheid, an extreme system of racial segregation. This wasn't random bigotry. It was a carefully engineered political machine designed to keep a white minority in absolute control. As the Cold War intensified, the West, terrified of communism spreading across Africa, saw this anti-communist regime as a strategic, if morally questionable, ally. Meanwhile, a young lawyer named Nelson Mandela was rising through the ranks of the African National Congress, or ANC. Initially a believer in nonviolent protest, the brutal Sharpeville massacre in 1960 changed everything. Mandela co-founded Umkhonto, We Sizzled, the armed wing of the ANC, arguing that peaceful resistance had failed. This put him directly on the radar of Western intelligence agencies, including the CIA, which actively monitored the ANC, viewing it as a potential Soviet proxy. This fear wasn't entirely unfounded. Soviet Union was indeed funding and arming liberation movements across Africa, from Angola to Mozambique. The continent became a massive chessboard where the US and USSR fought proxy wars. For Washington and London, supporting South Africa's apartheid government felt like a necessary evil to contain the Red Threat. Mandela's fight for freedom was now entangled in a global superpower conflict. In 1964, Mandela was sentenced to life in prison. From his tiny cell on Robben Island, he became a living symbol of defiance. His silence was louder than any speech. Round the world, a massive anti-apartheid movement ignited. Then, the world changed. The fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 and the collapse of the Soviet Union pulled the rug out from under the apartheid regime. Their main justification, being a bulwark against communism, vanished overnight. Facing economic ruin and international isolation, the government had no choice but to negotiate. In 1990, Nelson Mandela walked free, a moment that electrified the world. He didn't seek revenge, he sought reconciliation. 4 years later, he became the first democratically elected president of South Africa. From a prison cell, Mandela had not only dismantled apartheid, but also offered the world a powerful lesson in forgiveness and unity. If you enjoyed this look into history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.